On the entire planet, there is only one place like this. And in this one place, there is only one trail like this. It's absolutely new. It's absolutely full of birds. And absolutely nobody knows about it. The place is Roosevelt Campobello International Park. It is the only international park in the world. It's co-owned and co-managed by both the United States and Canada as a symbol of enduring friendship. Even though the official dedication of this trail is still a month away, I've been given special permission to go find every bird I can. And you're welcome to join me. I've seen maps, I've seen photos, I've seen Google Earth. If this trail is as good as I think it is, this is about to become a world-class birding destination. Come in the entrance of Lower Duck Pond and take the trail in from here. But before you take the trail, make sure you look at Lower Duck Pond. They call it a pond, but it's a cove in the ocean. And the tide here is 22 feet, so the mud flats at low tide are huge. Right at the start of the trail, this has really been clobbered by storms. Storms have been fierce recently and knocked over a lot of trees in here, creating great habitat for winter wren, I'll tell you that. Oh, those maps and aerial images were right. This is unbelievable. So the woods opens up into this. Yellow-bellied flycatcher. Alder flycatcher, same spot, different tree. This is going to be such a birding destination. This habitat is just great. That's only the second time in my life I've ever heard one call, and I'm not young. Northern Harriers do the same thing that, well, northern hawk owls do. Rather than bringing food to the nest to feed its mate, they'll actually meet somewhere on neutral ground so nobody finds the nest. So they'll call, female will come out, get the food, go back to her hiding nesting place. But he didn't seem to be bringing any food at all. He was just doing it for whatever reason Harriers do it. Typical magnolia warbler. Sing and move, sing and move, sing and move. Red start. Same thing. This is my first trip down this trail. I cannot believe what I'm seeing. Start with the fact this whole area is a big bog bisected by a salt marsh. This is what the glaciers left behind 10,000 years ago. For a long while, this was under the ocean. And then as the weight of the glaciers lifted, the earth sprang back up. There was a lot of ponds here. They filled in with peat. It became a bog. It's always been changing. Even now, it can't quite make up its mind. Right now, the black spruces and tamaracks are doing pretty well. They got pretty dry feet. But you get out where it's a little wetter, they're all more stunted, can barely grow. I know, I just like cotton grass. With the opening of this trail, it's now a symbol of the enduring friendship between three nations: Canada, the United States, and the Passamaquoddy Nation. Roosevelt Campobello International Park has been an international park for about 60 years. But the Passamaquoddies have been here for thousands of years. This is their ancestral homeland. They are part of the Wabanaki Confederation. They are the people of the dawn, the first people for thousands of years to see the sunrise on North America. You know, it took them 7 years to build this trail because it took them 7 years to build it right. This right here, this is the miracle. This is a boardwalk floating over the surface of a peat bog and then a saltwater marsh. Do you have any idea how hard it is to get this permitted? The whole construction done without using any heavy equipment out here in the marsh. And they floated over with a permeable surface that lets most of the sunlight through to the vegetation underneath. Furthermore, they have test wells out here measuring the water flow through the bog to make sure this structure is not impeding flow. They have taken every pain possible to put this through a very sensitive area without causing damage. I don't have a favorite sparrow, but if I did, I think it might be Lincoln's. Such a beautiful song. They can be so secretive, but if you get near the nestlings, or if the kids are out of the nest, they will scold you. We've got a lot of eagles here. Probably too many. Apparently the crows think so too. Must really suck to be an eagle right now because there are so many crows, and when they're nesting, they all hate eagles. They hate ravens too. There are still no signs out yet for the official name of this trail, but once it's there, you're going to have trouble pronouncing it. Witapekewakoni-Awt. I hope I got that right. I can barely speak English, but that's Passamaquoddy for Friendship Trail. Witapekewakoni-Awt. Witapekewakoni-Awt. I think I got that right. Official dedication of this trail is June 28th. If you're late to this channel, that's June 28th, 2025. And nobody really knows about it, so for the entire morning, I have not seen one person. I've got 1,000 acres of newly accessible habitat all to myself. Well, and you. And at the end of the middle boardwalk, back in the spruce fir maritime forest, really thick. You might have to go all the way up to Newfoundland in order to get a habitat like this. Or you can just come to Roosevelt International Park in Campobello. It's everything Newfoundland has except the caribou and the gannet colony and lots of good other stuff. Gotta be honest, in this relatively short coniferous habitat, I did not expect an eastern woodpew. Yet there's two singing. Gray-breasted warbler is my favorite warbler, partly because they're so hard to get, these little jerks. Another subtle change of habitat in here. All of a sudden, it's full of birch beech, especially yellow birch. A fern-covered forest, really sparse. A lot of light gets in here, and so the warblers, all of them, get thick. Well, if you need black-throated green warbler for your life list, I can get you 30 in here. So if you ever wondered where the term nuthatch comes from, it's from the same old English word for hatchet. And they hatchet open seeds, they hatchet open old woodpecker holes to make it to their liking for cavity nesting. Nut hatch. Yeah. That was a good piece of woods. And now we open up into a boggy area again, just like that. Changeable habitats over an incredible walk. So yeah, it's a boggy area, but it's a bog that's drying out and turning into a spruce fir forest, little by little. So a lot more density of black spruce tamarack. I think I found my new favorite trail. Now I will say this is probably going to be really popular, so you may not have the opportunity to have it all to yourself. There may be bicycles, but get out early enough when the birds are really cooking, and you could have a great time here. And just like that, back into a forested wetland. A spruce fir maritime forest with a mossy forest floor. Sphagnum moss. So antiseptic they used it for wound packing in World War I. You probably already knew this, but Franklin D. Roosevelt, America's 32nd president, spent much of his summer boyhood on Campobello in this cottage. This cottage is 128 years old. You should know that within this park there are a lot of other really great places to bird. Eagle Hill Bog, Liberty Point, Friar's Head Overlook, Cranberry Point, Upper Duck. But the most important thing to know is this trail doesn't officially open for another month. But you can come here now. You've got my permission. The trail, Witapekewakoni-Awt. And I'm out. Gotta fly.